If you follow high school basketball even in the slightest, then you know who Amani Bates is. But how good is he? Well, multiple draft experts have said that Amani Bates would have been the #1 pick in the 2020 NBA draft if he was draft eligible. This is just remarkable, seeming that he isn't even eligible till 2023 when he turns 19. So we definitely need to take a closer look into this kid's game, see exactly why he's been so dominant, and is it possible that he's the best recruit since Kevin Durant or LeBron James? I want to start out with a bold statement and back it up throughout the video, and it is that I think Amani Bates is to Kevin Durant like Kobe was to Michael Jordan. Bold, I know, but let's get into it. And I know every person gets compared to Kevin Durant if they're just tall and skinny, but that is not the case for this guy. He is legit. He actually won the Gatorade National Player of the Year as a sophomore. This is the first time this has ever happened, and he did so averaging 32 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, shooting 50% from the field and 37% from 3. He even had a career high 63 points in one game. So he really is the KD of high school basketball, the ultimate scorer, and he has everything in his arsenal. And actually everything he has is copied to a T from Kevin Durant. Even their shooting form and dunking style is the same. It's almost scary. He has an insane mid-range game, and it comes from everywhere. He has a post fadeaway, a pull-up hesitation, that patented snappy KD crossover into a pull-up mid-range, and nobody at the high school level can even come close to contesting it. And even though I think he's a touch slower and slightly less bouncy than Durant, standing at 6'9" and possibly still growing with his high release point, it's hard to even imagine someone at the NBA level that can get a hand on it. His three-point shooting is something that we see a lot in highlights, and especially with high school players, this can be really deceiving because you just might be seeing the best clips and all the made shots, but being just under 40% from 3 shows us that he makes these shots on the regular. He can effortlessly stop on a dime, pull up for 3, and even has this snatch back, step back 3-pointer that just looks so fluid. This shot is incredibly difficult to hit, and he almost does it every single game. And he has what I like to call a live dribble triple threat. This is when he's coming up the court, does a little hang or hesitation dribble, and he can do one of 3 things with it. He can either pull up from 3, a hesitation blow by, or a hesitation crossover. They all look the exact same going into it, and I bet you can't guess where he gets this from. That's right, Kevin Durant. And we do have to talk about some of the negative parts of the game, and I mind you, this is one of the highest rated, most touted recruits we've ever seen, so we're really splitting hairs here, but everyone has something they can work on. The problem I see with his game is too often when he drives the ball and the defender is directly in front of him, he doesn't really utilize floaters or have a go-to move to combat this. He just kind of jumps up in the air and tries to make a very acrobatic finish around the rim. Even though he gets away with it at the high school level, it's still a very low percentage shot, and I would love to see him utilize floaters more often. And this isn't to say he isn't good at driving. He's exceptionally better when the defender is at an angle. He can use his body to get up a good shot or use a spin move or Euro step to get to the basket with ease. And if he really gets too much space, then he's just gonna go up and yam it. Arguably the best prospect we've seen in the last 10 years, who's lucky enough to get their hands on him? Well, as a junior, he is currently committed to Michigan State University, and he fell in love with Coach Izzo and decided to stay in his home state. But if I'm MSU, I'm not counting my blessings quite yet. Although he is considering and probably will reclassify and graduate from high school this year, I can really see him foregoing college and going straight into playing overseas or in the NBA's G League. We've seen this recently with LaMelo in Australia, and currently with Jalen Green and Jonathan Kuminga, both projected to be top 5 picks, getting more development and getting paid 6 figures. If I was Amani, I would be very tempted by this route and really surprised if he doesn't go this way. In the G League, there are no classes, no distractions, just basketball. And you get to play against grown men and former NBA players, and you really get used to the physicality of the league. But I'm very excited to see where he goes, and it's scary to think that he's only 16 years old. He just got his license, and he's going to be a major problem. He has all the potential in the world to be the next Kevin Durant-like player. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is just crazy to me, and I think he's such a high recruit because we've seen the mold of Kevin Durant. We know it works very well in the NBA with the scoring and everything, and I haven't bought into all the hype with the tall, skinny guy that can kind of shoot it is the next KD, but this guy is legit. National National Gatorade Player of the Year as a sophomore. That just doesn't happen. But I cannot wait to see where he goes. I'm predicting he's going to go in the G League. Like, why not make money, better development? You still get the recruiting notice. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure to like the video if you like it. And if you want to see content like this every single day, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It helps out a ton. The channel is growing at a huge rate. You guys have been so awesome. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.